While at work at the squatter's downtown location, I've always been told that there was a ghost in the building. And I'm not much of a believer in ghosts. And when managing there at night, the phone would ring at odd times. And downtown at 2 o'clock in the morning is a pretty quiet place. So you would begin to believe these haunted stories, and I would always put them out of my mind. And it used to be an old hotel, and there was stories of a murder, and it was all very unbelievable. And 10 years later, I started playing tennis. Oddly, just picked up tennis, never played before. And I met someone whose parents owned that building and ran the hotel and told me the whole story of why the place was haunted. So now I totally believe that our building is haunted to some degree, but I like to believe that it's haunted in a positive way and not a negative way. And to have that story kind of come full circle was really interesting, because I hadn't thought about the building being haunted for some time, and then meeting this person on the tennis courts to hear the story as we talked about what we both did for work. And when Squatters came up, we started talking about how he grew up there as a kid and how his parents ran the hotel for several years before they moved on to other projects. It was quite a closed loop for me. It was a very interesting experience. On the second floor of the building, there was a story that someone was killed, and became a murder story. But what happened was someone actually died on the second floor, but it wasn't crime related. And the belief is that that person still sort of spends time in that building and will pop up on occasion. And of course, it always seems to be late at night when the phone will ring and you'll pick it up and they'll know no one will be on the other line, or you'll hear a noise as you're walking through the building, closing it up for the evening, and you always wonder if that was that person. And it's just a real interesting element of downtown to have sort of a real paranormal story. It does make you think of how historic it is downtown, and how much history there is around the area, and you sort of forget about that. For me, back east is such an ancient place, and Utah seems like such a new place, but downtown is becoming quite a grown-up place, and there's a lot of great things to experience. My name is James Soares, and this is my downtown story.